Scorpio placements, welcome to Ascending Spiritually. So I finally have my Essential Messages deck out. The link for that to purchase will be in the description box below. I do offer free shipping in the US, and also shipping is available internationally so that you can get these available. No experience necessary. These are straight to the point messages. The colors in my eyes represent chakras, but you can find new creative ways of reading. Most of the time when I use this, I don't even need to use the tarot because it's very straightforward and to the point. And we will be using that today to clarify whatever info we find. So for Scorpio placements, let's take a look and see what you guys have coming up for October 5th to the 15th. Keep in mind that it is general, so messages may not match. If you'd like info on personals, that's in the description box as well. We have Two of Cups, King of Cups, questionable person, Two of Wands in reverse, Six of Wands. Oh, actually that's Six of Swords, but you're in the public eye in some way, shape, or form, or that's what you're meant to do. Maybe even use your voice as a way to make money. I feel like some of you have an option between two different lovers. We have a King of Cups to the King of Swords. When it comes to this King of Cups energy, this is someone from the past that is unable to let go of you. They cannot move on. They've tried to have two relationships after you guys were in a connection together, and both of these people have just not satisfied them in any way, shape, or form, and they're realizing that the reason why they're so dissatisfied is because they do have true, genuine feelings for you, even though they did suppress it, even though they were emotionally manipulative. This person, you know, could have gaslighted you, discarded you, and you found it difficult to even move on or move forward, but you were forced to do that, especially because they easily and quickly replaced you. Most of the time when someone moves out of a relationship and, you know, they're already situated somewhere else, it's because they were dealing with two people at the same time. And because the Three of Pentacles is here, this was someone that was actively cheating on you, conspiring behind your back, but it seems like they've had a change of heart. This person has elevated in some way, but this elevation has been caused by karma. So it's different for someone to want to change and do better for themselves because they genuinely feel you know, horrible for how they treated you, especially if it was with disregard, disrespect. But this person's changing mostly because of the fact that they're forced, and they're coming back to you because they feel if they can get on your good side, then they could graze through, you know, the karma that's on their way to them. Because with the Two of Cups, this is a connection that was supposed to be genuine. It started off with some sort of foundation, but this foundation quickly crumbled, either within 7 weeks, 7 months, or 7 years of the relationship, depending on how long you were with this person. Because the Two of Cups is here, it's like this individual, you can't trust what they have to say. These cups, the one that you're providing for them, it's genuine. I can see that. But it's clear in this person's eyes, but when it comes to you, look, it's very clouded. You can't really see the color of this woman's eyes as well. So I feel like whatever cup they're presenting, it's just full of illusions and lies. So if this person can just stall and keep you stuck, because I feel energetically, if this is a woman or a man, they're very intuitive. They could have heavy water placements in their chart, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Whenever you actively move on to someone and you energetically unlatch from this person, they can feel it, especially even if they're at a distance, because you've most likely had intimacy with this person many times. The tie between the both of you is still strong, even if they did go off and, you know, sleep with other people and try to move on into relationships. It just doesn't compare to, you know, the potency that you guys had in your relationship. So whenever you're moving on, talking to other people, investing in other people, trying to sleep with other people, it's like this person gets some sort of Batman signal. Because if you look at the King of Cups in this card, it's like I feel like I may have spilled something on that accidentally, but I feel like that was on purpose, especially in this case, because it's like this person receives some sort of Batman signal from their intuition that tells them, red alert. When it comes to Scorpio, they're trying to move on. There's someone in their energy. They're getting close to someone. And then that's when this person realizes, you know, okay, she or he is actually serious about moving forward, and, you know, I need to put a stop to this. So if you notice that this person comes back during retrograde times, which is what we're in the midst of right now, every couple of months, 3-4 months, that's when this person returns. It's almost like clockwork. So you have to be proactive in putting boundaries up to prevent this person from causing you disarray, because you invested a lot into this individual and they just took you for granted. They actually took a portion of the energy, time, money that you gave them and gave it to someone else. And that's so fraudulent in so many ways that I can't even fathom this. So with the Two of Swords here, this person was indecisive about you for many years, possibly up to 2 to 3 years. So even though you guys were in a relationship together, if this was the case, they were still open-minded in the sense where, like, if something better comes in, I'm just going to drop the Scorpio and continue pushing forward. And that may have been what they did to you. They dropped you like a hot potato, picked something up, thinking, you know, things were going to be lavish, that they were going to get that lifestyle that they deemed was so much more important than you, not knowing that they actually ended up downgrading, because this person went from the Seven of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles, where they have to work 3 times as hard just to get by, when they could have been in a connection or, you know, in a partnership with you, maybe even a business partnership, and had things been much easier, but instead they took advantage. So yeah, you do have a past person returning to you, but they're coming back to you for superficial reasons, maybe even because they're lacking in finances, and they feel like, okay, I'm gonna go back to Scorpio, get my finances up, my money up, and as soon as, you know, I have myself together, and as soon as I see my next prospect, I'm gonna drop them like a hot potato again and keep pushing forward. Do not let this person back in unless you want to be used. If you're okay with that, go for it. If you want to, you know, build people up at the expense of yourself, this is the perfect opportunity to do that. But if you've already learned those lessons and you're sick of that dynamic, shut this person out once and for all, because they make a fool of you. Anybody that dogs you out at this extent, they betray you this hard and still feels like they have a chance of coming back, it's almost as if like this person, no, they definitely have no respect for you. And it's as if like they feel like you're their personal doormat. So if you want to continue to give or perceive that image to this person and let them in, I don't care how attractive this individual is, like, especially with how they've treated you and the things that they've done to you in the past, that should be an automatic turnoff. And if it's not, then you need to do some shadow work and start asking yourself, why am I accepting the bare minimum? Why am I allowing myself to be option 2, 3, 4, 5 even? And, you know, not accepting people that see my worth immediately upon meeting me. Because this King of Swords energy, there's someone on the side that you're putting work into. This is someone you're in communication with. And if you're not talking to anybody and you're just single, you've been actively putting work into manifesting a lover. Maybe by praying, or your thoughts, or, you know, the frequency that your heart is putting out. You're putting work into accepting someone in your life that has structure and routine, who's not a tyrant, who, you know, is not impulsive. They're not a bad example. It's not someone that's going to go out there sleeping around. This is someone that has power and discernment. And, you know, they're methodical. They make head over heart decisions. So this is someone that likes to make cerebral decisions, like this King of Cups. They're most likely feeling emotional back then about whoever it is that they left you for, and that's why they made this reckless decision to basically drop you. This King of Swords would at least have the common sense to look at the situation from a practical standpoint and decide, like, oh wow, why would I leave the person that loves me and that cares for me and that has been investing in me for this other path that I have no idea what's coming with it, and possibly even bad karma. So this King of Swords is going to be someone that has a good head on their shoulders. And it's going to be a point in time where these two people are going to approach you most likely simultaneously, and that's going to be the choice and the test. And I've gone through this already. I went through this dynamic 2-3 years ago where me and this King of Cups energy split apart. He came back, convinced me to take him back, and literally dogs me out 3 times as worse as that initial time. So I beg you, please, when this King of Cups comes in, they're gonna come in with the best foot forward. They're gonna be the best Emmy award-winning actor that you could possibly hire to try to convince you to take this person back. But the only reason why they want back in is so they could sabotage you. And if you fall for this trap like I fell for it, you're gonna suffer in so many ways that you will almost nearly hate yourself for putting yourself through whatever this journey is, because there's an active decision that needs to be made. It's like God is trying to test you. You know, we see how much work you've done. We see, you know, the progression. Yes, you may still love and care for this person, but you have to do it at a distance now because they seem to be a liability in your life. And as a result, we know what you've been asking for, but we're going to give you both things at the exact same time to decide, you know, which path are you going to take. If you end up taking the wrong path, things will be okay. for the first like 2-3 months. You know, things are going to go great with this King of Cups, and then he's just going to switch up on you. He or she switch up on you literally like a shapeshifter, and you're not going to know left or right. So let's take a look. When it comes to this King of Cups, what do you need to know? What to expect? Ego and facade in the way. So this person's wearing a mask and they still have ego. It's hard to rationalize and to come into an understanding with somebody who has their ego in the way, because it's like a win at all cost situation. This person will hurt you at the expense of like being right. And I was blind. I'm sorry. This person's realizing that they were blind. Yes, they may be apologetic, but the reasons as to why they feel this apology is what you should be questioning. X affecting, you know, the connection in some way. So if this person had an ex, what got in between you and this King of Cups was the person that they were with previous to you, the person that they were in a long-standing connection with, possibly up to 7, 8, 9 years. That was what jeopardized the relationship between you. So some of you were dropped to go back to an ex-partner that they possibly still had feelings for. Others of you, it's saying this is an ex. This is who's coming back to you. And if you do have another option that seems sensible and practical, then that's most likely what you should decide. Although this person may not be, you know, very loving and gushy, it's better than getting played. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. This King of Swords, they are actually actively putting work. You know, this is someone that's worth the dedication. You know, if they see something worthy of it, they will put in that time and effort. This King of Cups, not so much. You know, they will manipulate their way into getting what they want. Why is this King of Swords here? I smile in your face and talk shit behind your back in reverse. So yeah, this is a stand-up person that has morals and integrity. This is someone who may even be slightly conservative, but it's because they believe in like law and righteousness. And we have unblock me now. So you may be a bit closed off to this King of Swords when they come in, if they haven't already. Or this may be someone that's already in the midst of your energy. You're in communication with this person, but you're not even looking at them like a lover. Maybe just surface level connection where you say hi and bye, or you talk to this person here and there, but in a way you're just closed off. And it's because, you know, you're being paranoid and you're projecting your insecurities onto whoever this King of Swords is, based off of what this past person did to you. So that may be some shadow work or healing that's required, because it is saying to stop being paranoid and projecting your insecurities, because this King of Swords, they do have an open heart. They are emotionally available and they will put in the same effort and time that you do, but you have to believe that, you know. Okay, one more that you need to know about this King of Cups from the past. Put your kids in priorities first. So if this person is going to come in, they're most likely going to try to deter you from whatever goals or aspirations that you have, and it's important that you don't let yourself be steered in the wrong direction, because it could affect you, your stability, your home. Yeah, and it's gonna look abundance in reverse. If you deal with this person again, all of your blessings that are coming in, that are in the process of coming in, that you've been working on and trying to reap the benefits of, all of those blessings are gonna go down the drain. So this is just a friends with benefits situation, and they may have even had a secret child or a secret baby behind your back, an aborted child. Shady. So yeah, I had sex with someone that you know is here. You may know of this person that they had the secret child with, or this pregnancy that was terminated, for a select few of you. So if that part doesn't match, and if you feel like it's not for you, don't try to make it match. That's what I'm seeing. For the most part, I feel like if you are in a stable connection where things are secured, you should not even be watching tarot readings, because it's going to throw off your energy. That's how I am. When I'm in a connection or a relationship, I stop watching tarot, because I'm like, I'm not trying to, you know, feed any negativity. It's usually just for people that need healing or answers, or when there's just some chaos or destruction going on. So let's take a look and see additional messages for Scorpios. What do you need to know? The Chariot. You're moving forward fast and furiously. You have a divine path. And I feel like you, regardless of what you've gone through, you've pushed through all of the obstacles in your path beautifully. And I feel like the universe is so proud. Your ancestors and your guides are so proud, because you've actually managed to overcome a lot of the generational curses that have kept your bloodline stuck or stunted in some way. And it has a lot to do with like narcissism and attracting people that are lower vibration, that are just there to steer you off of the path. And I feel like that's what this King of Cups is here to do. They're going to come portraying themselves as someone who's not sneaky, deceptive, lying, trickery. But I feel like you caught this person into whatever deception or lies that they were trying to bring into your life. You know, you could have been in this energy of illusions. But at some point in time, you had some sort of rude awakening that drew you away from this person. And as that happened, you began to gain stability, not just financially, but stability within yourself as well. Because a lot of your time and your efforts were being drained by this King of Cups energy. And he or she was taking it to that past ex, and that wasn't fair to you. But just know, you have an Emperor coming in. This is someone that's in control. This could be even a boss. The Emperor is the highest suit in the deck. This is the most powerful masculine energy in the deck. If it's a female, she's a very powerful female that attracts anything that she wants into her life. So if you are a man watching this and you've been dealing with inconsistent females that are liars and deceivers that just use you for your money and for what you can provide for them, this is a chance for you to finally get a solid relationship, and it's with somebody that's up to par with you. Because I feel like for the most part, some of you have been settling and dumbing yourselves down to try to be in relationships or to try to meet people halfway, and that's not how this should work. If someone wants to be with you, they need to prove themselves. I mean, it's not like you're auditioning, but at some point you need to have something to bring to the table. You know, you can't be an established person going to someone that's in page energy, waiting for them to, you know, grow and evolve. Like, you don't have time for that. We're not here to teach people how to love. Like, either you know how to do it or you don't. And if you don't know how to love, at least be in the position where you're open to learn, you know, what your person's love language is, or your insecurities. I don't know. I just feel like you were dealing with people that were just emotionally stunted. Like, they didn't have the capabilities to give you the type of connection that you were looking for, the level of intimacy that you were looking for, the type of relationships that have depth, that are not just superficial. Hey, how are you doing? What are we buying? You know, those type of connections where you don't really speak about anything of true depth other than finances, trips, money, things of that nature. Because with the Four of Swords, you've worked on yourself. You may have retreated from people, you know, for a while. The last 4 years, some of you have been in more of an isolation phase than you've ever been in your entire life. And it's because this is a way of you to find strength and courage. You're almost like purifying yourself of everything that you've had to go through. And with the Page of Swords, I also feel there's an emphasis on needing to work on your communication, like speaking with patience and having tact when you're talking and not being so blunt and abrasive. And I feel like the reason why you're so cutthroat is because you've dealt with people that just waste your time. They're all about nonsense and wishy-washy and beating around the bush, and you're just sick of it. But be careful, because sometimes I feel like you have a tendency of lashing out on people that don't quite deserve it. And with this new person coming in, this person's going to give you strength. They're going to be someone consistent that is worth investing into. So you will have a foundation that you can stand on. In the past, you didn't know left from right with this King of Cups. You didn't know if you were together. You didn't know, you know, there was a lot of just murkiness in this relationship. This could have been someone that you were constantly on and off with, or there was always continual fights, or there's always people interfering. You invested in this person for a while and you waited for the fruits of your labor. It never happened, but you're still going to get what you deserve through somebody else. And I feel like you're going to enjoy this relationship even more, being with somebody that's at your level, that can understand why you are the way that you are. You know, someone that's willing to learn and is patient. And if you have kids, this is going to be someone that wants to either father your children or like just be a role model in some way. This is someone that you can count on, that you can trust. They have integrity. They do have morals. This is someone that had father figures that, you know, were in the picture, that actually cared to teach masculinity that isn't toxic. Because for the most part, sometimes it's the masculine energies that perpetuate this agenda of like creating toxic households. Because for the most part, like, it starts off with the man. Yes, we do have a lot of single mom households, but I feel like males actually have so much more influence than they realize. And in your case, you just deserve a lot more than what you've received, and you're making your way there. If you haven't received this already, if this King of Swords is not in your life now, they're coming. 10 months max. So by 2022, this time next year, you're definitely going to be in a stable connection, maybe even with a blended family or pregnant with kids of your own. But in order for that to happen, you have to defeat the devil. This is like defeating that final boss in the video game. That's what this King of Cups is. And the way that they're going to come in, I'm telling you, you think you're going to expect it, but you will not. There's something that this person has been doing behind the scenes that's making their energy very tricky. Maybe they're tapping into spell work, because if you look at that King of Wands energy, this may be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sag, that you're connected to, or someone that has heavy water as well. They're using something to try to influence their energy because they don't want you to move on. This is like the last resort. This person is using some sort of last resort method. What are they doing? Because this feels off to me. Hold on. What is this King of Cups doing to manipulate their energy? Okay, there's gaslight, hoover, discard, and deflect. So they're going to be on their antics again. So pay attention to how this person is treating you. We also have immigration, document, or legal issues, as well as I smile in your face and talk shit behind your back. So this person has skeletons in the closet that they're not revealing to you, which also involves an abortion or an end of miscarriage. But as far as like what they're using, it's something that involves ego. This person is jealous of you. And it just says focus on you. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about this person coming in. As long as you focus on yourself and what you already have going on, it's going to be hard for this person to deter you off your path. And it's most likely that they'll just give up and continue going on their way. But from what I'm seeing the reason why this person can't move on from you is because they did something deceptive, where they're stuck in some sort of mental prison. And they're having financial problems and they think that you can save them. So I can see you're this person's wish fulfillment. They're realizing that I was the most happiest when I was with this Scorpio energy. And, you know, now I want to work as a team. Now I'm reminiscing on the past, wishing things were different, wishing I didn't cut off my own head. I didn't burn this bridge, because now that I want to go back, I can't. Now that I want to have this new beginning, I can't. I'm blocked out. And this person just brings nothing but conflict in your life. And it's not fair for you to have to deal with this, because you've dealt with this for a while. And now it's time for you to have something new. You were dealing with a distorted masculine or feminine. Someone who didn't want you to invest in your dreams. They were honestly just jealous of you. That's what I can see. And they went through some sort of childhood trauma that caused them to behave this way. So, last message is unable to see things clearly. Don't let yourself be in this position, because you're very intuitive. Only when you don't trust your gut, that's when you regret it. And let's see. Last but not least, if this King of Cups could tell you anything, please tell me what truth this person would tell you. They let me try new toxic things in the bedroom, which keep me enticed and wanting more. Okay. I will lie to you and anyone else if it means being able to save face. Also, don't sleep with this person, because they're into orgies, BDSMs, multiple people at the same time. And I feel heavily that this person is not using protection, but they're saying it themselves. Like, I will lie to you and anybody else if it means being able to save face. So don't let yourself be fooled. I wish we could start over without any of the heartbreak and pain. At the bottom of the deck, I thought that was what I wanted, but I realized it didn't make me happy. It's already too late because you've already moved on. So don't let yourself be stuck on this person. When it comes to this King of Swords, what they want you to say is, I never thought, you know, you would make such a big impact in my life. So you're going to change this person. Right now, it says, I've been depressed since we haven't been on good terms. Can we talk? This King of Swords, it's most likely possible that they went through a similar situation where they were cheated on and lied to as well. So it's like this person is in murky energy, because I didn't even notice that, like the smog in the background. And they may be looking for someone that they can trust and love. And that's when you'll bring this new opportunity to this King of Swords. And we also have, when they talk about you, I just stay quiet instead of defending your name. It's cowardly. But this King of Swords isn't going to be in that energy. Do you see how this person has this massive sword here? They're going to defend you, unlike this past person who did not. And we also have, you're not the one I see myself settling down with. I'm sorry. That's in reverse with this King of Swords. This may be your end-all be-all for a small percentage of you. Others of you, this is just someone that's going to bring happiness and joy into your life. It may not be the person you end up with altogether, But even if the relationship ends, I have a feeling it's going to be someone that you end a connection with amicably, because, you know, you're still going to have loving, caring, emotional, nurturing feelings for this person, even if for some reason, let's say, the connection doesn't work out. So that's the end of your reading. Bye.